You already know what's going down. Hello everyone and welcome to another vlog. I would like to apologize. I cannot seem to get my tripod to keep my camera upwards correctly, no matter what I try to tighten or loosen, and it keeps having the camera fall forward entirely. So if there's any weird cuts in this video, it's because that happened. But anyway, as you might have seen in my little clip there at the beginning, I am finally doing a full snacking around the world video. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I tried to do this in 2016 when we went to Disney World as a trip, but I couldn't quite make it to all of the countries before Epcot closed the day that we were there. So this time we have a full snack from each country. I'm really excited and I'm really hungry, so let's just jump right into it. So we're just gonna go in order of the countries. So first up is Mexico, and I myself am Mexican, and I've never heard of this snack before. I've seen it in and around the Mexico Pavilion before, but I've never actually tried this. So this is called Llama. There's what it looks like. It's very colorful, very pretty. I don't know if it's supposed to be like sweet or anything like that, but that's why we're having this little game, is to try things and see what they taste like. So I didn't bring scissors over here, so we're going to be animals about this whole thing and use our mouth. Alright, so in the little container, it is also in its own little packaging. I don't know how to open this. Oh, there we go. So they look like teeny tiny miniature little tortillas, kind of, except they're a lot more flaky. I don't know how I'm supposed to get this paper off. My bed is going to be a mess after this. They really didn't package this very well. It's got like paper tape around it, and I'm not sure how to get the paper tape off without ruining the snack. So that's fun. Yeah, this is like attached to the snack. Okay, so we just won't eat this one. And bon appetit. It's literally like tasteless. It's almost like eating styrofoam. That's kind of what this tastes like. I mean, it's fun to eat and it's colorful. I'd give it a 2 out of 10. Doesn't taste very good. Not very filling. We'll move on to the next snack. So the next one is from Norway. I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm going to give it my very best shot. Milkis Chocolade Firklover. And what this is milk chocolate, and then it's got chopped hazelnuts in it. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Oh, this is much easier to open. Thank you, Norway. And I'm gonna go ahead and just like open the whole thing, that way you guys can see what it looks like. And here it is. It's got little segments so you can just break off pieces. In the spirit of leaving room for all of my other delicious snacks, I'm just going to eat one little square. It's very good. I don't want to like talk with my mouth full of food. That's very rude of me. It's very good. It reminds me a lot of like Hershey's chocolate bars with like almonds in it, except it's hazelnut, so it's a little bit different. I like it a lot. It's very yummy. I will give this one a solid 10 out of 10. I would eat it. Like if I saw it in like a grocery store, I'd pick it up and buy it and eat it. It's very good. I like it. 10 out of 10. So next up we have China. And China surprisingly had a lot of the same stuff that the Japan pavilion had. So I had a few questions about that. But I ended up settling on these chips right here. It looks like the company is called Tasto. And the entire front is, I would assume it's Chinese, but I also don't want to assume because this doesn't look like Chinese. Thailand. It's in Thai, it looks like. And what these chips are, I saw it on here. Here it is. Spicy salted egg potato chips. And they're waffle cut. So we're just gonna pop this open. Get a nice good one out of here. Here we are. There is the chip. It's like a waffle cut fry, but a chip instead. And it's got a little bit of a kick to it. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. But no, it's good. I personally love spicy food. So this is really nice. You can kind of taste the egg in it a little bit, which is kind of weird. But at least it stays true to the flavor of the chip. I would give this a 10 out of 10 also. I love spicy food. I love chips. It's a nice snack, and this is a decent sized bag too. So like perfect for a snack size, or you know, like if you're driving home from work and it's a long drive and you want to tide yourself over before you get home, that's definitely something I would choose. Alright, next country is Germany, and this is J. Looters of Germany, and they are fruity flowers, and they're vegan, which is interesting. I've had a few vegan things. I'm not full vegan by any means because there are some food that is meat that I do still enjoy. I'm slowly working on getting my way there, but that's a story for a different time. Here's what the little fruity flower gummies look like. They have a few different colors. This one looks like it's the white one. I don't know if they're different flavors. It doesn't say. It just says fruit gummy with 20% juice. As Baby Yoda would say, "Fweet," and I cannot stress this enough, gummy. Okay, it tastes good. It tastes good. It's a nice gummy. But it's one of those gummies that's like a hard gummy. And that's really weird to explain that. But it's not one of those like soft, chewy gummies. It's like you bite it and it like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. But it's not like a soft gummy. It's more of a hard gummy. So like you bite it and it doesn't like, it's not like chewy. It's like you bite it and it like bites in half. That's really weird. I don't know how else to explain it. But I do feel like the bag would be very filling if you were getting it for a snack. So I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Like it could be a little better. The flavors could be a little better. And of course I only had one, so maybe the other flavors are better. But going off of the one gummy that I just ate, a solid 8 out of 10. Alright, we are on to Italy in our trip around World Showcase, and this is a little candy. It's called Gianduiotto, and I believe this one was Gianduiotto with hazelnut in it, so this will be kind of like the candy bar from Norway. So we're just gonna carefully open this up. This one's nice and bite-sized. This is what it looks like. Nice and chocolatey. So this one, unlike the one from Norway, doesn't have physical nuts in it. This almost tastes like Nutella, but a candy. This tastes like something exactly, and I can't think of what it is. Some kind of Easter candy. If I remember, I'll mention it later. But I like it. It's good. I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10. Good flavoring, nice and bite-sized. I enjoyed it. Okay, so I could have spent an hour just in Japan looking at the different snacks that they had. And I wanted to make sure that I got something that I hadn't have, because I've been on this kick lately where I love the snacks in Japan. Every time I go to Epcot, I'll get the little taiyaki fish, or I've just started eating mochi, and mochi is mind-blowing. Basically anything with red bean paste in it, I'm like, mwah, perfect, I love it. But for the sake of this video, I got something that I have never ever had, and something that I'm honestly kind of scared to eat. I got seasoned squid. I don't really have anything to say about this, so we're just gonna open it and we're gonna eat some. It smells like fish. Not that I expected anything differently. I don't know why I'm scared of it. Like, it's just food. I'm scared of it. Go smush it up in one so I can just eat it. Actually, it's kind of like jerky, except it's more fishy. Obviously, all I can smell is fish now. That is pungent. We're just gonna roll that up and tuck it under somewhere where it'll stay closed. It wasn't bad. It was just unexpected. All I can smell is the squid now. Very pungent. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's not my favorite, but I wouldn't not eat it again. I mean, obviously I have that whole package that I'm gonna have to eat because I don't want to be wasteful, but it wouldn't be my first choice, but it wouldn't be my last choice either. Alright, so up next is Morocco, and this one was kind of problematic because I could not find anything anywhere in the entirety of the Morocco pavilion. I just kept looking and looking, and finally I found these little Turkish Delights, which I've actually never had. I've never had a Turkish Delight in my life, so that's exciting. So the brand is called Jalil, I'm not sure. And these are pistachio, almond, hazelnut Turkish Delights. I'm really regretting not having a pair of scissors over here, but you know what I do have? Let's see here. Okay, knife. Never cut towards yourself, children. All right. There we go. Oh, this has like dust coming out of it. Oh, it looks like it's like powdered sugar, maybe? Oh, it's wrapped up in this very fine, like, bag. Is this all in one? Oh no, they're different pieces. So it looks like it's almost like one giant candy, and then it's like broken up and then covered in powdered sugar and then put back together, kind of. This is what it looks like. And let's try it. I'd like to take this moment to apologize for all of the weird eating noises. I'm doing my best. So it's kind of gummy, which I think is characteristic of Turkish Delights. It's gummy, but then you can also taste the nuts in it. Like, there are actual physical pieces of the different nuts listed on here. So that's interesting. And honestly, this is going to sound really weird, but I love powdered sugar. When I was a kid and my parents wouldn't let me have, like, sweets, I'd get, like, little, like, bowls of powdered sugar and just, like, eat it in my room. That is, very strange. I am very aware of that. But now you know something about my childhood, so I would give this, I think I'd give this a 7 out of 10 as well. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst thing I've ever eaten either. And it's messy, and I always like messy food. Like, not like messy, but this is like the correct amount of messy that's fun to play with and fun to eat. 7 out of 10. Alright, next up is France. And France is, there were very limited options in the gift shops for France. Obviously, I could have gone into like the bakery and found something else, but I was worried about it staying intact and nice and like edible on, you know, between getting it at Epcot and having the time to sit down and make this video. So I got little chocolates instead. It doesn't say anything on the front, but on the back it says affiche of Montmartre, and then it says 8 Neapolitans. So I don't know if, I'm assuming these are all just chocolate, but the Neapolitan is throwing me off. So, why didn't I pick this knife up sooner? Don't cut towards you. Alright, so, ooh, they're coming out. That's what they all look like. Trying not to spill them. Which one do I want to pick? I'm gonna pick this nice one that says Exposition Universelle de Paris. So there's what the little wrapping looks like. And we're just gonna pop it open. Oh, I was hoping the paper wouldn't rip so I could save it. That's not too bad, I guess. Boop. Yeah, it looks like it's just a regular chocolate. It looks like a little miniature chocolate bar. I love that. That's adorable. Or like a little waffle. Chocolate waffle. So it's chocolate, but it's not melt in your mouth chocolate, which is the kind of chocolate that I prefer. 9 out of 10. It's a solid 9 out of 10. It's yummy. It's chocolate. I mean, you can't do much wrong with chocolate. So, 9 out of 10. Alright, we're in the home stretch, that other side of World Showcase. It's literally just England and Canada. So first up is England, and we have, this was the most English looking snack in the UK pavilion that I could find. And it is Scottish clotted cream fudge. Now, the only thing clotted cream flavored that I've had is the ice cream in, oh, there's 2 separate packages. The ice cream at Diagon Alley at Universal Studios. So I'm interested to see what the fudge tastes like. Is this in pieces or is it one giant? I think it's in pieces, but it also looks like it's been in here for so long that they've kind of mushed together. There we go. Alright, so there's the fudge. It almost kind of looks like little caramel squares. So let's see here. It kind of has the same texture as caramel squares too. It's good. It tastes like butterscotch. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it tastes like butterscotch. And I love butterscotch. I've been a fan of butterscotch since I was a child, so I like it a lot. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It's good. And this, first of all, this box is like hefty. When it's full, it's like you could knock someone out with this. But there's also a decent amount of fudge in here, so you're set for days, unless you're really hungry and eat it all in one day, which I won't judge. I feel like I could do that if I felt so inclined to. But yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. The clotted cream fudge was yummy. I liked it. And now we are finally on Canada, and the Canada treat is kind of cheating because this is the exact same treat that I got the last time, because I couldn't find any other treat in the pavilion besides ones that I'd already had. So I didn't even get a cute one, but it's one of those maple syrup suckers. It's from Jakeman's. They have a website online if you would like to try one for yourself. It's called themaplestore.com. This is made with 100% pure maple syrup. I can't figure out where it peels. I would assume here, but nothing's happening. So we're just gonna pull out my little knife again. Maybe. This feels like a really bad idea. There we go. Let's see. Aha. Oh, it's stuck to the back. That's why it wasn't. This is very messy. The sucker itself has melted, so it's kind of stuck to the backing of the sucker. Are we good? Oh, we are not good. We're not good at all. Well, it's stuck in there, but that's what it looks like. And honestly, I'll just eat this little bit that's on here, because like I said, I've had it before. I know what it tastes like, so yup, it's just pure sugar. Literally all they did was pour maple syrup into a mold, and then boom, you got a sucker, or a nub of a sucker. It's good. It's very, very sweet though, so I don't know, like, I feel like I could have that and then I wouldn't want anything sweet for the rest of the day. That's how sweet that sucker is. So for that reason alone, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10, just because it's almost too much sweet in one snack, and I don't like that one bit. Not one bit at all. But it's also still a good treat, so like, you know, if you want to only eat one thing sweet all day, then it's fantastic. but say you're actually in the parks and you're hoping to actually snack around the world while you're there at Disney, then I wouldn't recommend it. I had lots of fun with this one. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this since 2016 when I was unable to do a full one. But this was really fun. And for those of you that aren't really familiar with Epcot or World Showcase, most of the pavilions have a lot of different snacks that you can choose from. So I know I said I struggled with some of these options, but if you're someone that's only going to be at Epcot maybe once, there are options in almost every single pavilion. Even the Morocco pavilion that I had trouble with, this was the only physical snack they had, but they also had rose water. I think it was either vanilla water or orange water that you could try. And then they also had a bunch of like spices and everything. So there's stuff that you could try, but this is the only like snack that you'd actually be able to eat there in the park. But yeah, there's tons of them, and some of them do have more options than others. For example, Japan has a whole entire room in the Mitsukoshi that is just snacks. And like I said, every time I go, I try something new, and it's great. But some of them do have fewer options, but it's fun. And like I've noticed at the England pavilion, or the UK pavilion, sorry, that sometimes they do have different things out there. They have this one thing that I've just recently found and fallen completely in love with called a Kindle Mint Cake, and it's like a York patty, but no chocolate. It's literally just little sheets that are about like this big, and it's just mint. And it's not like overpowering mint, it's like very nice and smooth mint, and I love them. Every time I see them, I'm like, give me all of them, I want them all. But yeah, overall, I would say snacking around the world at Epcot is a great way to spend time. It's a great thing to do to have fun with your friends. You can do a lot of these. There's a bunch of different price ranges for some of these treats. I think the most expensive thing I have here is this thing, and it's kind of big and hefty, and it was $12.95. But they do, especially in the Japan pavilion, they have snacks that are like $3 or less, and there's just so many options all throughout World Showcase. So if you're ever interested in doing something like that, I highly recommend it. It's really fun, especially if you were to do it with friends. You could almost make like a game out of it. That would be super fun. I might have to enlist some of my own friends into a snacking around the world game. That could be interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my snacking around the world video. If you have any snacks that you enjoy from around the world, whether it be the Disney World or the entire world, leave them down in those comments. I would love to see what kind of snacks that you all love to have. If you are not from America and have special snacks that you like or recommend, also leave those down in the comments. I love hearing about and hopefully getting the chance to try new foods, so I'd love to hear your recommendations. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, concerns for my sanity, go ahead and leave those down in the comments as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye!